Mommies, new mommies, veteran mommies, pregnant mommies. I'm Najmah and I'm coming back to you. I know it's been a while, but I am now a 6-month-old mommy. Yay! At this moment, I'm actually breastfeeding right now. So if I'm looking down or you hear my little one talking, it's because of that. And now he's reaching for the phone. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about postpartum. Now, for the pregnant mommies and the new mommies, you're gonna experience some form of postpartum. It may not be a full set of depression, and if you are experiencing any type of depression, I pray I pray for your healing. I pray that you continue to work on yourself. I pray that you talk to someone, because that's the best thing to do, is to talk to someone. Talk to a professional, talk to someone that you trust, talk to someone that you know that's going to listen to you, because sometimes our men may not fully understand. I know that my boyfriend did not quite understand exactly how I was feeling, so I would implore you to talk to a mother, a new mother, who will definitely understand, and someone that you can confide in, someone who would have a really good listening ear. And if anything, and if you do if you're feeling like you want to either hurt yourself or hurt your baby in any type of way, I pray that you just you call 911. You just do something to help yourself, because it is real. Your hormones are raging out of control right after you have a baby. So it's like, because you go straight into work mode. It's like you're adoring your beautiful baby that you just had, but you're also going through a lot of changes, a lot of physical, spiritual, and emotional changes. So I ask that you just seek help, whatever that help may be. I pray that you be well during your postpartum journey. So I had my son, excuse me really quick. I had my son on December 23rd. And he is now 6 months old. Here's a little premiere of my baby. His name is Amari, and he is wonderful and the light of my life. But I had him, and you guys know I had a home birth, and a home birth experience. If you want to look at that video and learn about what I went through and how it may help you, I did a hypnobirthing home birthing experience. Okay. Yeah, he's fine. Okay. So I did a hypnobirthing, home birthing experience. I had Amari in the water, all natural, and it was amazing. So I had an amazing experience. So if you want to see what that was like, you can go to my hypnobirthing video. All you have to do is just do a search for hypnobirthing, and you'll see, and it's going to say New Mommy Chronicles. But yeah, so postpartum so what I went through, I'll talk about what I went through during my postpartum. So I had Amari, and right afterwards we went straight, we didn't quite cut the umbilical cord just yet. We held his umbilical cord on for at least 3 hours, until his placenta stopped, till my placenta stopped our placenta stopped pulsating. And then after those 3 hours were up, then we cut it off. We didn't do the lotus birth, which I was kind of interested in, but then I was also like, I don't want to do that extra work, even though it's beautiful. I just didn't want to do all of that. So after that, I think he wants banana again. Excuse me, guys. My Nana is not in the camera. Okay. So after we had Amari, we cut his cord. His father had the home birth experience of cutting his cord on our bed, and he was handed to me. He tried breastfeeding, but the breastfeeding did not work that first night. He's a pro at it now, but it did not work the first night. He was trying his little hardest, and he did not latch on. And I'm going to talk about breastfeeding in my next video. I think I might make postpartum into about 2 or 3 videos. So in the very next video after my postpartum series, I'm going to talk about breastfeeding, because that's a whole nother journey in itself. But my nipples were flat initially, and so we had to work it up where he's able to really latch on, and that didn't work until the next day. So he was so sweet. After we had him, he cried for a little bit, and then after we had him, he was just quiet, just looking at all his surroundings. And he's a very observant child, baby. Even now he is. Even as he becomes older, I'm noticing he's very, very observant, and he gives you this little stoic look, like he's like, he's just reading you. So that's how my baby is, and it's amazing. So he was just quiet, and he didn't really do much. But once we got good and sleepy and, laid down with our new baby, he turned all the way up. My baby cried and cried all through the night. And I know he was hungry, but he didn't know how to nurse. And we were just trying to get him to nurse. And he latched on a little bit and got what he needed for his belly at the time. And then, we were able to go to sleep. But we were kind of up and down for a couple of hours. So, new mommies, you're not going to sleep your first couple of weeks, okay? So just get that out your mind right now. Try to get a lot of rest now, because pregnancy sleep is like the best sleep ever, especially for me. I had the best sleep during pregnancy. Like, it was amazing. Like, I just drifted away. I don't even know. And I had multiple dreams, so many dreams, because you're so connected between, the earth and the heaven, because you're carrying a spirit in your body, and your baby is growing, and it's like you just this portal. So you get amazing dreams. In scientifically, they'll say it's science. They'll say it's hormones. But spiritually, I say it's you're just a portal from between heaven and earth at this point, especially during your pregnancy. For me, the next day, I felt this overwhelming feeling. This is the 24th. I had him the 23rd. So the 24th. Everybody was over the house, and there was a lot of people around me, which I needed. But then the next day I had all these thoughts. It was just the thoughts about, okay, wow, my baby is related to his father and his father's family. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, all these thoughts, and then you're just thinking, and then, you're thinking about how you have to raise your baby, what you want to make sure happens. And it's like, I'm an overthinker. I think about everything. So I'm going to I think about the exits when I'm in the supermarket. I'm thinking about like all the things that could happen, and I'm a very optimistic person, so I'm always thinking about the good things, but I also think about the bad things too, like what can happen. I'm a yin and yang type person. I actually believe in that true balance. So for me, I'm always thinking about, but what if he does this when he gets older? What if he does this when he gets older? How am I going to prepare him to this, that, and third? So I was just thinking about all these different thoughts that came to me, and it just hit me like a pile of bricks, because, I just realized, like, I was so in love with seeing his face, but I also was worried about, everything. And it's a thought that is something I can't really explain, but I had those true thoughts, and I cried after, I just thought of everything. And my baby, I think he was asleep at the time, or someone had him, and I cried. Like, I literally, cried, and it was uncontrollable. Like, normally if I cry, I'm like, okay, I'm good. But this, I could not stop crying. And my boyfriend, he's looking at me. He's like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you okay? And then he had to do all these things. Like, it's going to be okay, baby. Just all this type of consoling. And it was just like, I was unconsolable at the time, because it was so many thoughts, like, racing through my mind. And that was it. I actually felt like that was the only time. Like, that's the only time I really cried. After that, I was just trying to pick up the pieces. And that was it as far as emotional is concerned. Physical. I loved being pregnant. I was the annoying pregnant lady that was like, look at my belly. I was that woman that was always looking in the mirror, rubbing on myself, like, as you should. All women who are pregnant and who's thinking about getting pregnant, love on your body, girl. Love on your body, because it's so beautiful. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Now, I was one of the lucky ones who ended up getting some sexy thunderbolts. That's what I'm going to call them. They're not stretch marks. They're sexy thunderbolts. So I did get sexy thunderbolts on my stomach. And then after I had my son, from my stomach being so round and, plump, it went to this deflated looking ball. And I had to look at myself in the mirror for the first time after not being pregnant for 10 months. And I was just like, oh my God, like, it looks so different. Like, Beyonce lied, y'all. Let me tell you, Beyonce lied to us. I don't know how she had them twins and escaped without a stretch. She escaped without the little flat, flabby skin. Well, we do know she is a billionaire pretty much, and she can pay for her body, y'all. But for the real women, the regular women, I love Beyonce. Let me put a pin in what I just said. I love Beyonce, guys. So the Beehive, don't come for me. Don't come for me, Beehive. I love Beyonce, but homegirl done lied to us. She done came out with them twins, and she looked fly. She came out fly after having them twins, and I'm not hating. But that girl looked good after having 2 babies in her body. So what I'm saying is, just take your time. It's going to take a while. I'm 6 months pregnant, and I'm still struggling with, losing my weight. I have not been really going as hard as far as working out is concerned, because I'm just adjusting. I'm a new mom. This is the first time that I've ever had a baby, so I'm just adjusting, and I'm not trying to be too hard on myself, but I'm also making sure that okay, I'm back. So I'm not trying to be too hard on myself, but I also don't want to take too long with this weight loss journey. So just got to get back on it. I'm a yoga instructor. I'm a Egyptian yoga instructor. So I have to get back on it for my students, which I'm starting my classes back in July. And, I really, it's June now. So I really got to go hard to make sure I'm prepared for my students. So that's neither here nor there. But I do want to say, shout out to that after effect, because I lost 25 pounds after I had Amari. Like, I was 225, and once I had him, I think that first week I ended up losing the full 25 pounds that pushed me over the 200 scale. I was 180 when I first got pregnant, and then pregnancy done pushed us all the way up to those higher numbers. We gained 45 pounds, but the journey is going. The journey is going where we're gonna lose all that weight. So for other postpartum things, so that's the physical. And I put on clothes that I used to wear while I was pregnant, and I miss my belly. I miss being pregnant, but just being able to look at his face and knowing that I was cooking this beautiful baby. Like, this baby was developing in my body all those months. It was still amazing. But you do miss your body, your pregnancy body look. If you're that mom that like me. But yeah. So another postpartum thing. So with your when you're going through postpartum, you want to make sure that you take your postnatal vitamins. So I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to walk with you guys, because I'm going to show you some good stuff. I took the prenatal vitamins of this brand, and I believe I talked about it in my first video, but I don't remember. I'm gonna pick this up. Wait, bring it back down. But this, and I'm not being paid for this advertisement. I'm just gonna share with you guys some of the things that I use that has been working for me really well. And it's BAM. This is called New Chapter, and it's Perfect Postnatal Multivitamin. And this is the actual 270 count. Now the 270 count is a little expensive. I got it off of Amazon. But it's gonna last me for 3 months, and I'm gonna be nursing hopefully for a full year. Hopefully, maybe longer, maybe shorter, but I definitely want to go for the full year. And using the postnatal vitamins, like you see the difference with your nails and your hair. At one point, I stopped taking them because I ran out of my postnatals when I first, maybe about when he was 4 months, and I started taking some prenatals that wasn't as strong as these postnatals are. And I'm sorry, excuse me guys, that they weren't as strong as the postnatals. So I started losing hair. I actually went through some postpartum shedding, and some people haven't gone through that. Like, I talked to my mom about it, and she never went through it. And I talked to other people, but another sister that I work with, she has locks, and she lost her edges. Like, for me, like, my edges, I lost a lot of hair on my edges. Like, this hair was so long, but I lost it, and I was running my hands through my hair. This is around 4 months. I was running my hands through my hair, and hair was just like gliding out my hands and gliding through my hands, I would say, and onto the floor. And I was devastated because I'm like, what the hell? I thought I was going to bypass this because I was still taking my vitamins, and it could be the hormones. But I did notice once I got back on my New Chapter postnatal vitamins, I was good. Like, my hair wasn't falling out as much. Like, I'm noticing that it's growing back a little bit more, because these areas right here, as you guys can see it, but these areas, like right on these sides right here, they were thinner than this, and they were, pushed back a little bit more. But now this hair is starting to grow back in now. This is 6 months. So I got my vitamins, we're ready to go. You take 3 a day, and it's 270, so it'll last me for 90 days at least. And yeah, get those, girl. Just get them now. Get some postnatal vitamins now for the pregnant mommies. And if you are a newly postpartum mom, just go. And if you are taking the vitamin that you really, really love, then stick with that. But if you're not taking a postnatal vitamin, I suggest that you do, especially if you're breastfeeding. It'll help out with the vitamins that you need to pass on to your baby. What else? Postpartum. I mean, you go through it every day. Like, this is your after you have your baby, you go through a postnatal journey. And I'm still going through different things. Like, you have to, like, in a relationship, bruh. Like, you have to really be in good communication with your partner. Be very communicative with your partner, because you guys are going to have different values. You have different styles, maybe a different way of how you want to raise your baby. Like, and I'll say this with about my boyfriend. Like, he likes to hold our baby all the time. And I'm like, oh my gosh, just try to put him down just for a little bit. That way he can learn to self-soothe just a little bit. He's young, so I know he's not going to get those tools just yet. But, when he's held all the time, he's going to end up wanting to be held all the time, even when you want to put him down for just a split second. So now he's getting it. Now he's like, if they put me down and I cry, they'll pick me back up, especially that guy right there. So, especially my Baba, which is his dad. Sorry. Okay. Here you go. 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 He is like, look, I need all your attention, mommy. Give me all of it. Okay. He's on his way to sleep. So yeah, so it's just those things. So you have to really speak with your partner about how you guys can move as a unit. And you're gonna be upset. You're gonna yell. You might not. You're gonna feel like, look, did I do the right thing with the right person? Like you might really. Those are real thoughts. You might really have those thoughts, but it's okay, because you're gonna roll through those emotions and those feelings, because it's life. It's what happens. You have a baby. You have a baby with this person that you love, but you guys, you still know that you have differences as well. So you might go through different issues, but I would say just try to be patient with your partner, because they're learning just like you are. Especially if you're a new mom, they are learning everything that you're doing new. They're learning too.